Hello there, this is Edward Zia here, and I'm with our next video module, Creating Your Awesome Elevator Pitch That Sells. It's developed and, of course, presented by myself, Edward Zia, Marketing Mentor, and I want to thank you for joining me for this very, very powerful part of small business sales and marketing. Elevator pitches are one of the earliest things I worked on in my own business and getting it going, so a very important topic close to my heart. So a lot of you know me, and some of you may not know me actually. And anyway, if you don't know me, that's me at the top left, at top of the Burj Khalifa. My name's Edward Zia, Sales and Marketing Mentor, and I love helping the small business owner and entrepreneur. I've helped thousands, in workshops and all up, and I've worked with hundreds personally. I've done a ridiculous number of consulting hours, and I totally love it. So I run a lot of networking groups. I obviously do a lot of online marketing, and I love blogging and teaching the amazing art of sales and marketing globally. So it's great having you all join me for this video module. And one thing as well is being a certified practicing marketer through the Australian Marketing Institute. It holds myself to the highest, ethical and development standards in my industry. And all the information and content that I've presented to you tonight is of general advice and educational only. Now, the reality is that a lot of the things that I'm talking about in these video modules are for general advice only to help inspire you. If you need anything personal or direct advice, come contact me directly. Love to certainly help you out on that one. And of course, all materials are developed and produced and originally marketed by myself from Excellence Above All, copyright 2014. Phew, now all that serious stuff is out of the way. Let's get into the awesome small business sales and marketing. Now, like all things, and you've probably picked this from other video modules, is that small business sales and marketing is a massive area. There's a lot of different elements to it. There are hundreds and hundreds of different things to do. And what I do in a lot of the work that I do is just capture the things that are important, just those key areas that covers most people's main needs. And like all things, I'm here to deliver amazing content cut to the chase. I want to teach you profitable, proven sales and marketing strategies and give you a lot without holding anything back, so you know I can be trusted. And beyond these webinars that I do in these video modules, I'm always here if you need me for more, so just contact me anytime. And here's a big thing. I love hitting everyone with lots of information. I love giving all the facts. And here's a big thing with all these video webinars and that I do. You don't need to necessarily know everything. And what I suggest to people is just take out what you need. Take out those transformational changes that don't frustrate you. It doesn't make you tense. It's what you need to keep moving forward. And like all things, all you need is just one amazing idea out of this to take action on tomorrow and can change your whole business completely. Here's one of my clients in there, Siobhan from University of Western Sydney. And she's overwhelmed all the time. So that's the look of frustration. So I'm here to underwhelm you. So take out what really matters to you and make it all happen. And like all things, Rosie the Riveter, she's got the spirit of the underdog, and all things I say about small business marketing. This is about making your business more awesome, helping people find it, selling more stuff, looking after clients and selling more and more. Now, talking specifically about elevator pitches, I want to take it to where it all began. I did some research on Monday, 6th of July, 2014, looking at what an elevator pitch is. Now, what we have here that I got from the internet at the time, an elevator pitch, an elevator speech, or elevator statement is a short summary used to quickly and simply define a person, profession, product, service, organization, or event and its value proposition. Now, in street language, talking more directly, to me, an elevator pitch is just summarizing what you do and why you're brilliant and why people must talk to you. It's an important device of getting leads, and that can be in face-to-face selling, it can be online, it could be through Facebook or LinkedIn, whatever the case may be. Now, here's some more theory which I got from there. And basically, you can read here for yourself, is that the idea of the elevator pitch is that you meet someone in an elevator and you say something very enticing to them that makes them want to keep talking to you. It makes them want to continue working with you and doing business with you, okay? And to me, that's a very, very pertinent point in the respect that, all throughout business, be it, you're in small business and you're going to business networking events, or you're doing other things, you're going to different places, or you're just bumping into people. When you're in business for yourself and you're an entrepreneur, you're going to meet people that you want to impress, and you want to get off what you do very quickly in a very short, sharp, and powerful statement that creates interest and keeps it going. And that's what's really implied here, is that a really good elevator pitch will keep the conversation going beyond anything that happens. And I think it's absolutely amazing and very revolutionary. And like all things, to me, a great elevator pitch when you're running a small business is one of the most powerful things. How do you stand out against all the competition? How do you really get known? How do you really be that brand of choice? And to me, asking all these questions are very important. And here's the thing, getting an elevator pitch right can mean the difference between getting a lot more leads, getting a lot more interest, and also with the right elevator pitch, as you get leads, with the right words, they can be a lot easier to convert because they're coming in with the right expectation. So very, very important what we're having here. And like all things, and using the movie analogy, a good elevator pitch is not, it's not blowing the whole movie in 20 to 30 seconds. Using the movie analogy, a movie goes for, let's say, 75, let's say 90 minutes, right? A good elevator pitch is not just blowing the whole film. It's about giving a teaser so you know what it's about, so people can show their interest and take it from there. Like all things, and what I generally say of elevator pitches as well, it's great to keep it 20 to 30 seconds, yeah? So we know a lot of people which say they do 1 minute elevator pitches or 2 minute elevator pitches, and they're really complex. No way, you want to keep it as brief and intelligent as possible. So the big thing I want to get through to you on this webinar that I'm doing, this recording, is that you want to keep it short, you want to keep it sharp, you want to keep it really coherent and simple so people get it and they get it very quickly. And the reality is, why don't long elevator pitches work? Like if you've been to networking events before and you've heard people going on and on, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Long elevator pitches are boring. You want something that's powerful, short, sharp, compelling. It just grabs people quickly. But the reality is, with long elevator pitches, people just switch off and the point of what you're saying just gets lost in the detail. Now, this is the big point, and please take this away. Please write this down or make a note of it. When it comes to an elevator pitch, the short ones work great. They hit people hard. People remember the strength and intelligence that you made. And here's a big issue, and I say this a lot. When people, let's say, are in business, be it you're an accountant or you're a mortgage broker or you're doing vehicle finance, you're a business mentor, a marketing guy like me, a life coach, or whatever the case may be, the issue is invariably, it's not sort of writing down what you're about. It's whittling away the junk, so you're just keeping up the strengths there. And people love it when you cut to the chase and that you're very short that way. Now, this is the research process I want to go through. I'm going to shoot through it very quickly in this recording, so feel free to go back, watch it several times and that sort of thing. And this is the 5-step process for what I see as totally nailing, really, 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 really nailing, what an elevator pitch is about, how to construct one, how to understand. Now, it is an art form, but I've got 5 main points. Research and understanding, working out what to keep and get rid of, weaving it into a short statement, testing and feedback, and continuous improvement. Now, let's just churn through this quite quickly, and I've got some great examples I'd like to show you. One with research and understanding. And here's the reality with an elevator pitch or, marketing in general. Depending on whatever we do, it can be very easy to second guess what we think the market wants. Now, here's the reality. Okay, we can often be in love with what we do, but it's really important to know why people are hiring us. So I'll just pick on an easy one. Let's say you're a coach or something. You might be a great coach and really good at what you do, and you think people are hiring you because of your great understanding. Well, the reality is they might just be hiring you because you're a positive person. You give them someone to listen to. You might be an accountant. You think people are hiring you, to make sure everything's done, to make sure they're paying as little tax as possible. No, they might be hiring you because they trust you and they need you for business advice. It's very important to really do your research, visit Google, look at competitors, speak to your trusted friends and clients, and find out what's important to them in their terms and their wording. Because the more you can speak in their wording, the better it is. And it's very important to reflect and consider what you have heard, okay? You really want to understand what is important to others, in business. What do they want? What are they looking for? Because again, you want to understand how people think. So your own pitch presses their buttons and gets that level of resonation. Now, here is the big issue that I see it is, a good elevator pitch is, again, trying to be smart or proving you're intelligent or using big words. I've never seen it work. At the end of the day, if people don't understand something, they don't say anything. You want to keep it, everything you're saying, as street language and simple as possible so people just get it. Because the reality is we're all busy, we're all flat out. If we don't understand something, we tend to just switch off and just move right along. And here's a big reality of it all. What we're going to talk about, and I'll use an exercise soon, is we want to identify all the different elements of what people are thinking and, why people want to hire us. What value do they get in our service? And it comes down to all 3 things. And we say this a lot as marketers and salespeople. when people hire you, they want their problem solved. They're not there to learn something new or give themselves a headache or, whatever. They have problems they want it solved. So be it your knowledge or service or physical product is to solve that problem. And here's a big thing. Once we've sort of established that, I'll just go back a little bit. Once we have, the research, once we've worked out what to retain and exclude, then there's the art form of weaving it into a short statement. And this is definitely an art form. This is where we take the ideas that we've heard and what people are hiring us for, and we try to make it sound compelling, tight, intelligent. And we want to have what we're wrapped up about really in 20 seconds. I do say 20 to 30 seconds. Look, but please keep it 20, 25 seconds. You can go up to 30 seconds if it's really riveting. But look, generally speaking, if you can get it in 20, 25 seconds, that's really, really good. And this is an art form. What are you going to say that's really going to grab people and create interest? And like all things, we always start off with tons of words. And when you do your first elevator pitches, I've seen people try and do, 200-word elevator pitches. I'm dead serious. And 30 seconds, and it's hard. So the idea is your elevator pitch at the start, when you write down, might be very long, quite cumbersome. But the idea is whittling it down so you just have the true gems remain. And it takes time, You're just not going to come up with a great elevator pitch tomorrow. Well, you might, but to actually refine it and get used to it takes practice and skill. So my view is that be it that you're in business now and you're doing it, or you're about to jump into business, the idea is to do it and really just get into it and get really good at it. And here's the reality: no elevator pitch ever stays the same forever, and you really want to keep an eye on how people feel. And when it comes to pitching, especially if you're in a business networking environment or you're meeting every couple of weeks or whatever, you want to be sensitive to how people feel. You want to keep an eye on the audience. So, for example, if you come up with an elevator pitch and you test it on, a room full of 20 people at a business networking event, or you bump into, someone on the street that you're talking to or whatever, and if you say some words that sound really cool, you're probably onto something, Or if you go to a networking event and you pitch it to 20 people and you get a couple of leads, you're probably on the money, okay? However, if you're hearing crickets, you probably want to tweak it. So what I mean by hearing crickets, if you hear nothing, okay, if you don't hear anything, you want to be mindful of how people are responding to it. And like all things, and I know salespeople in their 70s, they're forever testing their own knowledge, tweaking and improving what they do. And top salespeople are very, very good at this. So you always want to be on the lookout. Now, what I'm going to use, and we've just gone through it. I'll just go back a little bit. We've just gone through, there we go, the 5-step process for nailing it, for really getting a sales pitch right. Research, working out what to retain and exclude, weaving it, testing it, continuous improvement. I'm going to use a few examples here, okay? And I'm going to use the lovely Jude, who is a life coach. And the reason why I'm using life coaches is that, comparing to, let's say, other small business professions such as mortgage brokers, IT people, website people, and that sort of thing, coaches often struggle the most when it comes to elevator pitches. And I've got several views of that. One is that many don't come from business backgrounds, which is one element. And I think the second one is as well, it's just a hard service to sell because, if you're, let's say, selling video production for business owners, it's not too hard. I help you create beautiful videos. And if you hire me, you're going to sell, it's going to help you improve your online sales if we put it on your website. Pretty straightforward sell. But as a life coach or a coach, let's say, it is a real intangible. You're selling your time and your expertise to change and transform someone's life. And that's not easy. That's hard. So to me, that's the sort of, I think life coaches go on to do. If you can do like anything, it's like when people hire me personally, it would help me with my pitch is a common one I get. Life coaches are always the hardest, if I get mortgage brokers or financial planners or whatever, it is dead easy. But life coaches are always the one that tests me because it is one of the hardest things to market in my view. And here's a big thing. And going back, so let's say you're Jude, the lovely Jude there. And what you do is you do some research. You understand what people are into. So you speak to your friends, you do some Google research, you look at your competitors. And what we have here is that the coach, in this case, discovers these are the elements. So these are the motives as to why people might hire life coaches. Now, these are just my own opinion. You might know way more than that, but I've just used these here as an example. So you found out that, for example, people have a range of reasons of why they hire coaches. Now, the reality is that you cannot put all those elements into an elevator pitch. Well, you can, but it won't work and it will be completely boring. So the trick is really working out, the elements that you're going to select to put in that. So think of it as a movie preview. You've just done a film, a 2-hour film. What is going to go in the movie preview? Okay, what are you going to sort of put out there to people? what elements are going to go in there. And selecting the elements is an interesting one. So let's say you want to pick 2 to 4 there. What other 2 to 4 you're going to pick? Hard to say. You might listen to what you hear the most. You might even do, let's say, a bit of Survey Monkey, a bit of research to test what it's about. But the point is you make a decision as to what are the important elements that need to go in your pitch. And you want to pick about 2 to 4. So here, this has been my own experience, and this is why a lot of people hire life coaches. People hire life coaches so they can feel better about life, learn to be more consistent, feel better about themselves, and improve their business success. These have been my common findings of why people do hire life coaches. Okay. Now you might find something different, but just using this for an example. And it might not just be the elements, it might be what you want to focus on too in your own business. So going back, we're talking about life coaches as an example. We've done the research, we found these elements, and we picked 2 to 4 motives of why people hire them. Now, here's the weave, and this is very subjective, but this is when you take these abstract ideas and you make it into a cool business sounding concept. So here we go. And this is an art form. It takes a bit of time, so feel free to play with it. Good morning, everyone, and my name is Jude. I'm a personal success coach who helps people feel better about life, build consistency, believe in themselves, and rapidly improve their business success. Come see me if you'd like to learn more. This is Jude from Hey Happy Jude, and thank you. So now you can just see in that was hopefully under 20 seconds, but you can see I've just weaved those 4 main concepts into that point. So it's all coming out sort of relatively quickly and that sort of thing. Okay. So that's the sort of way that we sort of weave and weaving is basically how do we take these ideas and put it together. It is an art form, so my advice is you want to sit back and really think about how you can make it sound as cool and coherent as possible. And again, I've gotten 2 to 4 themes in there. You might pick a few less, So I wouldn't definitely go for more than 4 elements there. And this is a big thing, like be it, you're going to networking groups or you're using your elevator pitch in an online sense, you're doing online video, whatever the case may be. The trick is at the end of the day, whatever you create will only be proven by actually testing it. Now, here's the reality, you got to make sure that they're your words, that it sounds good, that you're delivering, it sounds really cool. And you gotta say it with strength. Now, I've helped people create amazing elevator pitches with some great wordings, but it needs to be really delivered with such strength and energy so people go, wow, that's cool. I totally get this. This makes sense to me. Okay, so you need that real strength to come through. And I've got a few examples, of us sort of using this process. And this is Martha, who does a lot of websites, who I'm very glad to work with. And here we go. My name is Martha from Trusted Web Expert, and I help small business owners build amazing high-converting websites and run social media campaigns with profitable success. See me anytime for a consultation of how I can help you. Thank you from Martha Arafin. Okay, very straightforward. The strengths there definitely social media and profitable success, and she does websites. So it's all very, very direct and straightforward. We've got Suzelle, and she sent me overseas, sent me to the Middle East and the UK and all these great places, and Manila and all that for a business trip. So here we go. Hello, I'm Suzelle from Travel Counsellors, and I love helping people organise their ultimate business trips and travel experiences they have dreamed of. I look after everyone from start to finish with personal service. Come see me if you're going someplace, and thank you from Suzelle. Now, in Suzelle's case, very, very straightforward, very direct, very simple. Now, Travel Counsellors, if you don't know them, boutique, no franchise, boutique travel agency. And again, are they the cheapest? No, I mean, nothing beats going to cheap carriers on the internet, but their angle is personal service and helping you create amazing travel experiences that are good. And she booked my trip and it was outstanding, great hotels, and that sort of thing. No way. I probably could have done it. Well, how can I say? I may have bought cheaper flights and stuff online, but there's no way the trip would have been as good if it wasn't using her. So we managed to get those elements through the pitch here. And here's my own elevator pitch, which I often use online or face-to-face network events. Hey everyone, my name's Edward Zia, and I'm a sales and marketing mentor who loves helping my clients grow their businesses and power style. Come see me if you need a hand. Very short, very simple, and I'm finding that, like all things, the shorter I make it, the more powerful they are, pure and simple, and I've really found that over time. The shorter the better, pure and simple with elevator pitches. And here's a big thing. When it comes to elevator pitches, I really suggest that they'll never be perfect, but the idea is it's not about perfection. No, even the best movies ever are not perfect, but they're always on the edge. They're always trying something new, and they all sound really cool. So what I say to you is that you want to come up with your best elevator pitch and start trying it. Start writing something out, practice it in the mirror, get used to it. And get used to it and totally enjoy it. And like all things, and I often say this, especially to my one-on-one clients, is that all you need from this video is one great idea that you can implement tomorrow, and it can make a massive difference to your business. And awesome results come from awesome action, so make your first move. So I hope something really resonated here. Feel free to watch this webinar recording again, this video. And here's a big thing. Make sure you check out my blog. I love blogging all the time with heaps of plenty of great information. And like all things, I've worked with thousands, and I love helping the small business owners and entrepreneurs. So I've got everything, webinars and blogs and networking events and online products and personal mentoring, whatever you need. So if you need anything more, please contact me and I'd love to support you. So this is thank you from Edward Zia. Really appreciate you spending the time watching this recording, and I really hope that it's helping you out. This is Edward Zia signing out. Love your work, and drop me a line anytime if you need a hand. Thank you.